We're going to start with a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. Today we have our Libra moon. This is helping us to get more balanced and to reach that place of inner peace and even harmony and balance. Now, we have a square between this moon and Mars, which is in Cancer and still in retrograde. This has been powerful for influencing all of us the past couple of months, what we put our energy into, what we're putting our focus into, our goals, our drive, and our desires. So this is all about our energy, and we're going to feel a lot of relief as Mars shifts direct at the end of the month. So we're still kind of doing an assessment of things in our life. When we deal with Mars energy, it's also really, really good for clearing blocks and obstacles, which can be really, really helpful. When we're dealing with the moon, of course, it's our dreams, but also our subconscious and things that lie underneath. It's a powerful energy for amplifying our intuition, helping us to tap in better. But when these energies are square, they bring big changes. It really opens the door for new opportunities and new potentials. We also have the moon in opposition with Chiron today. Chiron is powerful for bringing things to the surface. This is actually meant to help us with our healing. It brings a lot of healing energy, but it can make some of those core wounds feel a little raw or triggered at different times. I think you guys know all about that as you're navigating life in general, but also the twin flame journey too. So when we deal with Chiron, it has the potential to really, really heal us. But it's also those deeper layers of hurts, wounds, or things that we need to really, really focus on healing that lie underneath that we spend many lifetimes trying to work through. And it's different for everyone as to where those wounds lie and what you're trying to work through. So sometimes our life has a funny way of bringing things to the surface. A lot of times when we're dealing with Chiron energy, this is like lying in inner child wounds or past wounds, things that we may need to kind of just work through. Sometimes this is where we feel the hurt and things like that. So I feel there's a lot of heart chakra healing energy coming up, especially right now for the planet, and different kind of lessons coming up that we're trying to heal and integrate. Remember, self-love, self-care, and compassion is so needed as you're peeling back these deeper layers of yourself. And that's what this is all about right now within the spiritual awakening, really, really going deeper into yourself. So this is like more self-awareness kind of energy and really tapping in and tuning in. We're going to have a much needed shift as we're about to go into Pisces season. That actually kicks off on Tuesday, and it's going to be kind of refreshing as we're going to feel a lot more empathy, compassion, intuition, and understanding. Now, I think this is so important this year because we have a lot of, we'll say, main player kind of energy astrologically. And this Pisces season is going to be really, really important because our North Node is in Pisces, we know, all year, right? And so this is helping us. So this Pisces season, which we're about to enter into, or kind of shifting into it now, is important because this is going to really align you with your destiny and your destined path moving forward. And more importantly, this version of yourself that hopefully you're working on bringing through and becoming that person you're meant to be. And so this is a powerful time for all of that too. Now, when we're dealing with today's energies, we're also dealing with habits, patterns, behaviors that you need to let go of, but we're seeing it's not always that easy, right? But this is all about working on yourself kind of energy and what you need to continue to heal, release, and let go of so you can become that highest version of yourself during this time too. But we're going to start out with a reading starting with the divine feminine right now, just to see what is going on. I always remind you that this is just a collective general reading, so only take what resonates for your situation. That's why I say to do the one-on-one phone call reading options on my site. Those will help you with just, going into this stuff specifically for you. You can do those calls as often as you need them. I am an energy healer. I have a ton of healings, clearings, and activations on my website. I also do relationship and twin flame coaching, which is really, really good for helping you through the process, no matter where you're at, and healing different things. So if you need me, book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. If you're needing me, you're needing to set up a call on there, it will really help you, okay? So energy healing is where it's at in these energies. Oftentimes things are triggered to the surface. Your twin flame is always, I call it your ascension buddy, and they are here to help you. And in some of these spaces, you're going to have to do a lot of self-work, just depending on what I call layers, what is coming up for you specifically, and even the layers that are coming up needing to be healed during this time. It can trigger a lot of energies to the surface. It can trigger old wounds. It can trigger all sorts of things that you need to look at and work on or even heal. So energy healing is always so, so important. I have so many healing sessions on my website to help you. But let's start with that reading for the Divine Feminine Collective to start. Divine Masculine, if you're watching, direct messages from your feminine. I want you to see the real me now, and I've been hiding from our love for too long. Okay, so you might feel like, and I've had people say this, that you feel unseen during this time. It just kind of depends. Oftentimes these are what goes on in our head, the inner narratives, how we see ourselves, how we project ourselves to the world, or even how we think other people see us, that we're working on healing during this time. So I know some of you guys might feel that your Divine Masculine isn't seeing you fully, or maybe you're not showing up and seeing yourself fully during this time. It can kind of depend. This is hiding, right? Okay, so we have, with our Venus in Aries, which is also in alignment with the moon today, we have fear of really communicating our feelings coming up, and rejection themes today specifically, okay? And a lot of you guys might deal with that. Sometimes we're aware of that, sometimes not so much, okay? And sometimes this can explain deeper patterns, how we're wired up in certain ways. So this might be also, some of you guys are dealing with your own not communicating clearly, your needs, feelings, what it is that you're going through, whatever it is, and needing to. And this is like the facade, okay? That's the ego, right? And so twin flame is a connection that encourages us, in fact, usually pushes us, right, to go past the ego layers and the superficial and to connect on the spiritual level and on the soul level. And this is what a lot of you guys are actually going through, or maybe even struggling with, if you're only used to the karmic connections of your past, because this is usually a deeper type of connection that encourages you to go deeper and, in fact, to look deeper within yourself and within this connection, and also to heal certain issues and things like that. So we have this. Some of you guys might be hiding how you feel, what's going on with you, not communicating clearly, and there might be something going on there that you may need to dive a little deeper into and explore. I love you, but I'm afraid to reach out and have you reject me. So we just talked about rejection, where some of you guys may have gone through things in the past that have helped to, I don't want to say help, have you wired up in that way. This is from previous hurts, wounds, things like that from the past, and things like that. We have a huge focus on, there's like a tug of war happening today between fear and our desires with that Venus and Aries and moon alignment. Okay. So this is like, some of you guys are experiencing that on the deeper level. During this time, I feel we're going to have a lot more dreams, and you might be, as we're still kind of, I don't want to say we're in the winter, but technically we are another month, okay? But as we're in the tail end of the winter even, and we're still in this little bit of a darker space of the year, moving into getting ready for the spring, we might still be having a lot of dreams and things like that. You're becoming more aware of things on the subconscious level. It's always your subconscious programming that creates your reality. So oftentimes our thoughts are big telltale signs of what is going on with us specifically. Pay attention to your thoughts right now. Make sure you're sticking to positive narratives and doing that self-work to shift out of negative narratives, negative thoughts, and things like that as they can manifest into your situation, throwing things off if it's stuff you don't want to. So we have a big focus on becoming more aware of our programming, our patterns, and we talked about even behaviors and things like this. So subconscious healing, energetic healing. Hold on, let me get these cat cards back from the cat. No kitty. Okay, we're gonna do, can you let go of the past and forgive me? Can you trust me again with your heart? So there's usually past things that go up. It's like, usually these are the phases, not for everyone, but generally I see, because I do a lot of work with twin flames, that you guys come together, you think this is your person because they are, but then it's like surprise, plot twist, the problems come up. There could be runner chaser things, there could be separation, there could be a breakup, there could be some type of disharmony usually. And then usually there might even be karma involved, okay? And when I say karma, this is the negativities, negative energy, negative storylines that may play out, or stuff that may come up for you to deal with along the way. Usually it's not like this 3D soulmate kind of connection like you think. It's usually one that entails like healing and, you know, doing that deeper inner work and things like that. And so this is that kind of connection where usually you might even go through some phases. That's why I'm always trying to help you guys no matter where you're at in the journey, because sometimes this can entail, and it just depends on what you're needing on your soul level, I suppose, for how things will play out, but it can entail different type of healing. Now, I want to get into the karmic baggage, because oftentimes you're still carrying karmic baggage, or it wouldn't have erupted or come to the surface or played out with this person. And so oftentimes they may even unknowingly play out different scenarios if you're still holding on to karmic baggage, or karmic imprints can be activated in, you know, just how you come together and how you click. There may be more things for you to process or for you to heal that come to the surface, especially on the karmic level. One of the most powerful things we can do is to forgive. Sometimes this is rooted in your person and your twin flame. This could be rooted in other past experiences. This helps us to break out of negative karmic attachments, cords, and karmic patterns and things like that. When we choose love and forgiveness, you may have old things coming up with this Chiron energy. And this could be from your past, nothing to do with your twin flame, that you need to let go a little bit more and forgive. There might be people in your story, like I was telling myself, that usually in the beginning didn't start out very good characters. And you may need to find love and forgiveness over and over again. If these layers of wounds are coming up from your past, this could be inner child stuff. If you're needing to continually go in and release things as they're coming up from there, it could be previous relationship hurts and wounds that you need to process more, so you're not bringing this baggage into your twin flame union. Or it could be with your twin flame, where you guys could have, I say unknowingly, hurt each other in different ways too. We can see that. I feel you go through many different stages with your twin flame, and sometimes there can be the ego clashes or old wounds that are coming up, right? That can kind of create, I don't want to say clashing, hurts or wounds. It could be behavior. Oftentimes old behavior is triggered and stuff comes up, or old patterns and things like that that need to be dealt with. The distance between us is killing me. I long to hear your beautiful voice again. So oftentimes there might be some type of separation or distance energy. Sometimes one or both of the twin flames may even do distancing, where you guys, I always think it's a lot to do with negative energy, but it doesn't have to be. But they could be taking space or distance. It could be to work through their own stuff or their own baggage. Sometimes, a lot of times people don't get really hung up in, and especially divine feminine side, sometimes the DM is the one to take the distance, but I've seen both, okay? So usually one of the twin flames takes distance. This is reading for divine feminine. A lot of you guys carry a lot of attachments, wounding, abandonment wounds, rejection wounds, and things like that that you haven't resolved. So that when they do that, this stuff is triggered to the surface. Even though it's not intentional, they might not be ready for the connection. It might have got too intense. Your energy could have been overwhelming. Chaser energy does that. There's many different reasons. It's like, I've seen so many of the DFs get in this like crazy, yeah, I call it spinning, purging, obsessive, fixated, scary, yes, chaser energy, needing to dial it down. And when you guys aren't in that state, you guys, you know, easily attract what you want. But in these states, they really don't like it, right? I'm sure. Energetically, because they're feeling that energy, and it would be overwhelming to anyone to deal with that energy, even for yourselves, right? And so oftentimes we go through, and this is like what is activated out of this perceived abandonment, because it's actually one of the stages that you go through. And so when you start to feel better and get in your own vibe, you'll notice usually this person is more receptive to you and things like that. Now, I explain to people all of the time that I feel twin flame is about being balanced and healed within yourself. So you have to be at this place where you're good either way. Like, you're good by yourself, you're good with this person, you're good with whatever's going to happen in your life and play out, right? You're good in your energy. And so I find a lot of times people are really good with their twin flame, and then they go into these, you know, couple days, months, whatever it is, separations, and you guys go into these spirals and you're not good within yourself, actually repelling this union that you obviously really, really want to be in too. So it's about also being good on your own. And I feel this is like such, I call it a pinnacle of union, because it's hard enough to bring two people together in balance and in harmony and love. And if you can't achieve that first, and you're trying to be in this negative state and do that with this person, it brings that negative energy into that the union. And so I feel it's very, very important that you're healed and doing good and balanced within yourself in your own life before trying to bring not just these two people together, but these two universes together to fuse them or merge them into this state of oneness in one universe, right? And so it's a lot to bring all of these facets of yourself and your life together. And so we have this Libra moon energy, which is encouraging us to take better care of ourselves, self-love, healing, learning things the new way is like huge during this too, right? We're having to purge out a lot of negativities, negative thoughts, programming, ancestral patterns, and all of this stuff during this time. So be gentle on yourself, because like I said, we're going through this huge need for balance. You're juggling too many things at once. Find some time for yourself. And then this is where a lot of times you guys struggle, especially the divine feminine. Make that time for yourself a priority. We need time for ourselves to recharge our batteries, to stay more balanced, to heal. And like, it's that self time where you're going to be with your thoughts. And some people love that and some people not so much. Usually I find the people that haven't healed enough, not so much. So you're needing to really sit with your thoughts and get them in order and, you know, really do that self work if you're in those spaces. So I talked about this obsession energy, focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. Some of you guys are focused so much on your twin flame and you think it's positive, but it's a needy, negative energy. It's not positive. If it was positive, they would be like a gravitational force right to you. It's a push energy of it too. So when they're pulling back, this can be why. And I always try to help you guys with energy and learning energy and flipping energy flows, right? It gets in a negative sense because divine feminine is not meant to be the pursuer and crazy pursuit. That's when they run, right? If you're meant to actually work on yourself and magnetize what is for you into your life in a magnetic way, in an aligned way, in a very positive charge kind of way, right? So when you do, flip that energy and stop focusing on your DM, what they're doing, where they are, why they aren't messaging, and they will stop hiding and running. When you work on yourself, do things you enjoy, not for them, not to get their attention like some people do, but to really live your life to the fullest. What doesn't matter what's going to happen outside of you. Stop giving all of this outside stuff so much control and to really go within and to focus on yourself and to live your life in any spaces where you're apart, you're in separation, even just a couple days, whatever. You're meant to be living your own life. Now, the reason why twin flames separate and come to earth as this separate consciousness is so you can have your own soul growth and experiences, because you need them. And there are going to be spaces where you're together in union and other lives where you're going back apart. And it's all about working on you. So when you live your life to the fullest, I can give you, like, if you guys need it, right? Come hit me up. 100 things you could be doing that are great that you can't do with a partner or whatever it is, right? Enjoying your life, not sitting around waiting for this person to text you, call you, come to see you, whatever. Really living your life and focusing on you is going to generate, keyword generate, a lot of positive energy and a lot of really positive vibes in your life, thus attracting this person to you. So I find one of the biggest problems I see with the DF is when you get in this obsessive, crazy energy and you're just focused on them all of the time, and then it becomes one-sided and they're like, and so you want to flip that energy by truly working on yourself. Now, this is a big one too I see with the DF community, boundaries. If your DM is putting boundaries up, let them. Boundaries are very important for all of us, especially as we started out with bad boundaries and people not respecting us and walking all over things, especially people who have been through certain things in the past. So know when to put up and let down your walls. And we don't like boundaries. I've seen situations where someone's putting a boundary up and basically the person's like trying to do everything to get around it and not respecting boundaries. Boundaries are important for our energy, and so that we can begin to have healthier boundaries ourselves, but to respect other people's boundaries. And so we don't like that. We feel like boundaries keep us out. Sometimes they do because it's needed. So this is reading for the divine feminine. Have good boundaries yourself, but also respect your DM's boundaries. The more you respect their boundaries, the more they're going to be really, really, happy with you. Not respecting them and all over the place. We talked about that energy, probably not going that well. So I feel it's important to also, like I said, respect the DM's boundaries. Some of them are putting them up And we don't like that. And the biggest thing I see about putting boundaries up, some of them aren't ready. They're in other situations. They're needing to do work on themselves. And sometimes people don't like that, but it might be needed during that time. So you may be getting a lesson in boundaries. I'm needing to have really good boundaries for the work I'm doing. I know, right? And people don't like that, I know. But boundaries protect your energy because they make you more mindful of your energy exchanges and where you're putting your energy and things like that. So for divine feminine, having good boundaries, but also respecting your divine masculine's boundaries. Okay, ask your angels, seek the divine. Your angels want to support you. Working with your angels, spirit guides, and of course, connecting with sources. So important. We're working on bringing down, hopefully, and integrating, I say, those angelic qualities here in the physical too. We want to be activating our angelic DNA and bringing these qualities down so that we can be more loving, kind, compassionate, and of service. Okay, you and your twin flame are designed to be doing some type of spiritual mission to help the planet on a bigger level. That's like truly what you're meant to be doing with it. I know some people are on that level, some people not so much, and it's like working together too. Work with your angels as to how to bring that through. Your angels are giving you a lot of signs, glimpses, messages. You could be seeing orbs, flashes of light. You could be getting angel numbers. They're around you, just letting you know that you're on track and you're being supported by the divine too. This connection is about connecting with the divine. Oftentimes people get stuck in the stages of the process where it's clearing out all of the negative energies that have been blocking your spiritual connection or connection with yourself or source. And those energies have to go because there are a lot of what has been weighing you down, trapped in the body, stuck in the body. This is why energy clearing will really, really help you to heal your energy and to open up your connection with your twin flame, but also with the divine, because it's oftentimes negative energy that can get in the way of the connection. It could be pain. Oftentimes we feel painful energies in our heart chakra. I was talking about doing heart chakra work, and this is where we actually have the strongest courting connection to other people, but specifically our twin flame too. So when you have pain in your heart chakra or closed off heart chakra, it's very hard to have that connection. The more healed and open your heart chakra is, the more you can connect with this person on a deeper level too. So we have a lot of just doing heart chakra work. Rose quartz will help you during that. Energy healing, self-love, care, compassion for these areas. Okay, so we have Eagle, and I love this too. Anyway, so you're being guided to let go of anything that's been weighing you down lately. This is stress, negative energy. Sometimes you're needing to reframe your thoughts. I know some people get stuck in spirals and negative thinking, and some of this stuff just isn't true. You know that you're working towards union. If you're not in union, you're in union. You're working on that union, okay? This is a big part of your, I'll call it your spiritual destiny here on earth. Now I'm ready for Pisces season. I'm already in that energy. I have some things on my site for it if you need it. Okay, I'm ready for it because I love this. Even the South Node energy is needed, but we don't like that. That is like an anchor to our past that keeps trying to suck us in, right? It's all of the karma you need to deal with and resolve. The funny thing about karma is you've been through it, you walked the path, but sometimes you're needing to heal a little bit more, and it can kind of pull you back in. And your North Node, this is where we want to be going. It is your dream life, your future, your union, your spiritual destiny here on planet Earth, right? So while we may have volunteered to take on all of that stuff, a lot of it wasn't ours. And we're being reminded that you don't have to continue to play out those fates, and that you're master of your own destiny right now. And this Pisces energy is going to help you bring us back into the 5D, the ether, our union, and things like that on the higher spiritual level. It really opens up the spiritual dimensions for us in a very, very positive way. So you're being reminded that you're being guided to, yes, to clean out the karmic closet, declutter your past, to release these energies so that they're no longer weighing you down like that anchor kind of energy, so you can rise up your vibrational frequency even higher. At the highest is where you're going to find your beautiful divine union timelines. Okay, so we have white light right now. Make sure that you're connecting with white light. This will help you. This is the divine. Maybe you're being guided to do a little bit of energy healing or meditation, and to really be connecting with source and that white light. We know that is the energy of purification. It's also that light body activation energy too. We're going through a lot of upgrades right now. I can make light of it, but I've never seen the planet like how it was moving into this year. And I know we're going through a process, and I mean on a bigger planetary level, all of us living on the planet, right? And so we're going through a lot of activations and upgrades, and sometimes we can get stuck in that kind of energy. However, being reminded that these are powerful energies to find your own divine flow and to manifest in. And they're very, very strong for getting things done too. And sometimes like it's just that easy to be kind of finding your own flow right now. Okay, so we have release mental thoughts. A lot of you guys are getting stuck in old spirals, old programming, and ways of seeing things. Stay out of fear right now. Things are manifesting fast, whether you're choosing fear or choosing your dream timelines. And so whatever you're focused on, you're actually building a timeline, anchoring into it, and even jumping to these realities as you're becoming much lighter and even multidimensional, hopefully. So this is letting go of fear and anxiety and trying to clear something. Maybe you've been blocked there. Like when you have the same negative thought all the time, it becomes a pattern. And we're needing to clear out the negative thoughts and patterns and things like that too. Maybe you've been working through some type of fear or anxiety on your end and trying to get more clarity. I don't know if you've been like going through something there or healing something there too. So just healing, we'll say, for that area. Some of you guys might be not getting it. This is my Page of Cups, but it's in reverse, so there might be a block there. Some of you guys aren't talking. You might be dealing with jealousy, fear, childhood wounds, obsession, like we talked about, and even creative blocks or being negative, okay? Someone told me this morning, they're like, I haven't seen any progress. The energy is always moving. There's been a ton of progress for everyone. I'm like, don't get stuck in negative mindset. I understand more than anyone that you go into those energies to purge it out. The negativities are the purge cycles. Like if you're having it might feel like a bad day, a really bad day. I can see that can happen once in a while, that you get in these cycles of purging, but you don't want to live there, okay? And so you want to, there's times, especially apart from your twin flame, you're going to have to go in and heal things and let go of things. So when you're feeling very intensely and having all those racing thoughts and the negativities, this is a purge state, and it indicates negative energy you need to let go of or shift out of. So we don't want to be there all the time, or it becomes, like our programming and reality we're living in. Your twin flame may trigger you or things to the surface so that you can heal energies and let them go, but they were already there. And so it was already within you and things like that. So yes, there's times where you're going to have to go in and heal those things if you're feeling intense, overwhelmed, a lot of negative thoughts and energy clearing work all the time, right? I have lots of stuff up on my site for today specifically. I know that today and tomorrow. And then I'm going to be putting some new stuff up, I believe, Wednesday. So the next couple of days, I've left everything up there. Like if it is in my shop, you can do it because I flip it over all the time. So anything in my shop, take advantage of it because I'll be taking it down in a couple of days, right? Okay, divine masculine collective, divine feminine, if you're watching, direct messages from your masculine. Being apart has been more difficult than I can accept. And I know I love it when the feminine's like pushing and trying to move things too fast. And it's like, divine masculine is also going through this process. Yeah, they're feeling all that intense energy. They've had to go deep within themselves and these layers and release things and face things about themselves. Okay, yes. And so divine masculine has a very hard time being apart too. They feel the same cycles. They go through the same purges and things like that too. So this divine masculine, watching this, you may be struggling with the process too. Get help if you need it. I like to sit and, download. And I was telling myself a lot of times it can be hard. You're going to need support on this journey from someone who can help you navigate it. When I was trying to go to my friends and family, they were not helpful, right? In fact, probably the opposite. So you might be even needing help to navigate this journey because it's going to bring a lot of healing to the surface. And I know we think we can deal with everything on our own when it comes to healing, but you're going to need a good healer to help you with these many layers that are coming up because there's a lot of energy that you need to deal with too. So for this divine masculine, if you've been going through a lot, I always say I have lots of healings on my site for you. I'm working on myself so I can give you the love and relationship you deserve. This masculine wants a relationship with you. When time got tough, I gave up on you too soon. And so this isn't for everyone, but this could be that kind of energy. Today's energy is like, do you keep going or do you give up? The gives up sort of the illusion, right? You're keeping on checking, right? And so you might go into these spaces. I know a lot of twin flames go into this back and forth energy. I should have believed in you. You always have my best interest at heart. Okay, so we have confession, releasing a secret and pursuing virtue through honest. Some of you guys are going to have some honest heart-to-heart conversations about your feelings, what's going on with you, triggers, things you're dealing with in your life, things you're healing from, especially as they're coming to the surface. So this is like really expressing yourself. Okay, moving on. Endings that bring healthy beginnings. We are closing doors in our life. This could be on any type of situations that are holding you back in your life, or even your union that are not aligned with union. Sometimes we have situations, I feel your twin flame met you in perfect divine timing to help you through certain situations. This could be karmic experiences, circumstances, or even partners in your life. It just kind of depends. I know a lot of twin flames that are like right there by each other as a means to motivate the other. It just kind of depends if they're there. You might be letting go of things that are no longer serving you or no longer aligned with you during this time. Creativity, have fun, express yourself in new ways. It's about finding your creative flow. We talked about flow. One of the best flows we can tap into is just our own creative energy and flow, and kind of figuring out feeling better as we move through our life. You do a lot of the same things every day, right? It's about tweaking your daily routine and like actually taking care of what you needed, but getting in a good aligned flow from it. This could be getting creative ideas, creative projects, or even just your day-to-day affairs. I love this card, Lovers. This is a passionate connection, shared visions and values. I think that, you know, the energy is strong. They could say the force is strong, right? The energy is very strong around twin flames. It's like amplified by 10. You're feeling that love energy. It's like bliss and euphoria times 10, but the negative energy is very intense and it hurts you badly too. So this is why both twin flames need to master their energy before bringing it together. So this is a very fiery, passionate connection. And so that's why it's very important to check your energy before being around your twin flame, because they usually mirror back and reflect your own vibration, energy, and how you're feeling to you. So if you're feeling kind of not so great, does not feel good, amplified and sent back to you times 10. This is why it's very important that you're staying in these higher frequencies for this type of connection. We have third eye, divine masculine. You're being guided to work on your third eye. I have tons of third eye activations on my website, working on your third eye more, trusting your third eye, and really tapping into your abilities. This could be clairvoyant abilities when we're dealing with the third eye. It could be like remotely tapping in, connecting, downloads, right? Psychic vision, really connecting with the energies of your third eye though. This is going to help you a ton with navigating your experience. Pay attention to things that are coming through this connection. Nature, my favorite. You might be guided to spend some more time in nature and to really recharge your energy. I can't wait till it's warming back up so I can get outside again, right? You might be like looking forward to the spring and the summer, maybe making some plans with your twin flame, maybe hanging out a little bit, getting outside, getting into these nature spots, or just spending a little bit more time outdoors. We know just in the winter time how important nature and the sun are when we're lacking them, right? Depends on where you're living though, right? Connecting with the earth, connecting with nature is going to bring a lot of grounding energy into your life and to help you with your healing process. Seven of Pentacles. Some of you guys are waiting for something. This could be your union. But this is like my manifestation card. So this is like waiting for results, waiting for something to pay off and come into fruition. And this is like having patience and success and knowing whatever you're manifesting is happening and right around the corner. This could be like you're trying to manifest your union. Sometimes that's clearing all of the blocks and manifesting it, and what you're thinking about that union is happening. Sometimes it is in that union and you're already anchored into that union and what you're manifesting together. This is like my gardening card, but it's manifestations. It's like tending to these, clearing the doubt, fear, worry, negativity. When we deal with the moon, it can shine a light on our doubt and fears so that we can clear them more, so that we can really tap into this state, this 5D state, and manifest it. So you've been working hard and putting in that work. Keep going. We have the Ace of Swords, and this is like a breakthrough kind of energy. This is like new beginning energy when we deal with any of the aces, but this is like clarity and clear communication. If you guys have things legally holding you back, marriage contracts, court cases, this can indicate that of needing to clear something. or needing to resolve something, because this is a type form of karma, right, with these contracts. And sometimes we don't realize that. We're like, what? I know our dream life might be full of that. So like if there's like a karmic and you're married, these are contracts, but they're more government ones, right? They're legal karma, I call them. So there might be some type of legal karma that you're trying to resolve. This could be like a lawsuit, custody of children, this could be marriage, whatever it is, but it doesn't have to indicate that. This is also just communication opening up and having a breakthrough with this connection as you're clearing some type of karmic block, then some type of karmic situation. It doesn't even matter what. It could be like really just healing yourself and your programming, or it could be something in the external that might be holding you back in your situation from union right now. But this is like a new beginning coming through and resolving whatever karmic challenges, issues, blocks that you have kind of going on right now. Some of these might be hindering or blocking your energy or your progress. It could just be old stuff you need to heal and resolve because you have blocks left over from previous connections, situations, things you've been through on earth that you need to heal more and let go of. Or it could be other obstacles and situations that you're facing now. It just kind of depends. As you're doing that work to really heal, you're going to open up things in this new beginning kind of energy in a positive way too. So just remember that doing this inner work is supposed to help you with clearing deeper blocks to heal you so that you can do better in your life all around, especially in your union too. Okay, I'm going to go on that note anyways, but I'm always here if you guys need me. If you just need some clarity on your situation, you can always book any of the readings on my site. Of course, I have tons of healings on there, always recommending you're doing more energy work and taking care of your energy for better spiritual hygiene. Have a beautiful day. If you need me, book me on my website, sparksofdivinelightshealing.com.